the post-game pressers are being web streamed, and so we will need you to be very articulate and speak into the mics, make sure that you're clear so that you can be heard, not only there, but also we also have our VIPs watching on close-up TV downstairs.
Okay, at this time, I'd like to introduce Oakland head coach Beckie Francis, Bethany Watterworth, and Zakiya Minifee. Coach, if you would please start us off with an opening statement.
Well, I'll just say what I said to the team in the locker room. I was really proud of the team. They gave everything they could. And I just said the basketball gods weren't with us. If we had one more bounce, like their shot went in and ours bounced out, and that means that we have some that's supposed to come back to us the rest of the year.
This time we'll take questions for the players.
Paul Camp, Oakland Press. Bethany, did you feel early on in the game they were... Did you feel early on like they were forcing guys into some bad rush shots?
I don't really think so. I think we were kind of rushing ourselves early on with we had some layups that we were kind of rushed, and I think we just had, throughout the game, we had a lot of turnovers, which didn't help. So I don't think it was necessarily their defense, or I think we kind of just almost, quote-unquote, beat ourselves with all our turnovers and then some missed layups. But we can still take some positives out of this. We out-rebounded them, and we fought the whole game. So that was encouraging, and it's just frustrating to lose, but we'll bounce back, and we'll get ready for Sunday.
Dan Stick, Red North Oakland Sports. Just talk about their length. I know you talked about the rush shots. Was that length and the fact that you guys were almost expecting when you put up shots that they were going to be in there to block, was it frustrating for you?
Yes, they were really athletic, and so I think a couple times we were wide open, and unfortunately we just missed the layups. But, you know, we give credit to them. They were very athletic, and that probably caused some of the missed layups.
It's just games like these are heartbreakers, and I know that when you look back, it's every missed layup and every turnover is something that could have changed the game. And so, like Bethany said, their size and their athleticism did change our style of play, but I think that's where we kind of lost ourselves, that it shouldn't have. And so I think we just need to make the adjustment of focusing on our game and playing the way we play.
For both players, there's no real breaks in the non-conference schedule. You have to turn right around and go play Michigan State. I mean, how quickly do you put this one out of your head?
We just have to kind of forget about it, and like I said, we can learn from it, but we do have a good and hard non-conference schedule, so we just have to move on and, you know, use what we have learned to do better in the next game and correct our mistakes. But we're looking forward to Michigan State coming up, and then we have big conference games. So,
thank you, ladies.
Okay, sorry. I was just going to say I always give it the night. After a game like that, I give myself the night to look back over it, to be disappointed, to be sad, to adjust to the way it felt to lose that game by 1 point. And then the next day, I don't think about it anymore. It's over. We're moving on to bigger and better things. So just give myself that one night.
Thank you, ladies. We will continue now with questions for Coach Francis.
Grab the scouts from Eric. Okay.
Beckie, I was going to ask you, just talk about, it looks like your team is looking for a second and third score. You're 2-2 to start the year. Tonight, your second highest score only had 6 points tonight. Is that a little bit of caution in the wind, or are you just waiting for Charisse and Jenna Bajrouche to come back into the fold?
Well, everybody's actually a scorer on the team, and I think because of some of the missed layups early that maybe people were more reluctant to shoot or whatever. But I look at this team as V can hit double figures, and Zakiya's double figures, and like you said, our all-conference guard, Charisse Calhoun, was missing from this game, and that helps out and takes some of the pressure off of Bethany. But I look at all of them. Even Shelby Harrington came in and hit some good shots, and Hamlet's a really good scorer. It's just that we just weren't hitting tonight.
Did you feel like they forced you to be one-dimensional in the first half? I think Bethany was the only player to score from the floor.
I don't think they forced us to be one-dimensional. It ended up being one-dimensional because we had some great open looks, and that's what I kept telling the team. I mean, our offense was working. We had like wide open layups. They just were rolling out. And it was a matter of more of trying to play good defense after you blew a layup. You know, like in junior high, when you make your layup, they're the first person back and they're all excited to play defense, but when you miss your layup, you're so mad you missed it and you're the last one back. So we had to kind of fight that mental angle, and I thought they did a better job in the second half of fighting that and coming back and keeping their heads.
Coach, talk about the physicality of this Providence team and how that might help prepare you for Michigan State.
Yeah, that's a good point. We basically got manhandled at George Mason. They just beat us up on the boards, and then I think we have 5 new players on this roster, and I think they're like, wow, this is Division I, and then we did better against American, and tonight the fact that we out-rebounded a very physical and athletic team is a good sign, and it is preparing us for conference play. That's why we play these games.
When do you expect Sharice's return? This is, I think, 4th game she hasn't played.
She's back.
Anything further? Coach, thank you for your time and best of luck at Michigan State.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. That concludes this evening's press conference. We hope to see you at the next home game.